Hi there, I'm Lavellan and welcome to Dragon Age Inquisition episode 10. Okay, so we are in Val Royeaux, and we have a few things to look at, and some Red Jenny things to find as well. So we might as well read this plaque while we're here. The Emporium of Mortal Means. A plaque reads, for all matters defensive concern, offensive intent, and study of arts martial and, with sanction, magical. Sweet. Okay. Buy and sell right here. Good. So we don't technically need to speak to these people. But we're going to anyway.
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition. I expect my customers to know a rarity when they see it, just as I do.
Sure. Okay. Well, we'll take that under advisement, but I bet these prices are up. I'll just bet. Okay, well, first things first. Do you have any recipes or schematics? No. Okay. You do have upgrades, though. We were level 7, the armor is for level 13. Well, okay. No point in getting it, then. Yeah, level 13. Gosh. I can sell that. Okay, I can sell that. Alright, guys. So, we might as well pop over to here, then. Oh. Gosh. Okay. Ah, we got too close to the exit.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Okay. We have nothing in common. You weren't at the Conclave. I mean, neither was Lucius, but sure. Why weren't you there?
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the Conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't pretend
Makes
I'm
sense.
not glad to live. I lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
So you think the Templars did it?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard
That's
him.
true.
You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Very true. That is a nice reminder as well that people around us, or at least the people who don't know us, still might think that we were responsible for this. Just because we're being called the Herald of Andraste doesn't mean, you know, that there aren't people who would think nonsense. It's clearly just an elf who destroyed the Conclave. Whatever they're trying to call it now, they're just grabbing for power. So... Why speak to us now? Yeah.
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven.
I mean, no, not right now. I have things to find. I have things to find. Oh, just a second, Cassandra. I've just realised we need to do something else before we leave. Okay, well, Fiona was not exactly the cowed, shrinking violet that we actually meet in Redcliffe, was she? That's very interesting. So, Pierre Marie.
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages, just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
Hey, okay. Well, let's have a look then, see what he's got. Is this all going to be for level 13 as well? No, level 8, okay. And that one's level 4. Level 4, but it's already better than the Wrath of Levias. Which is a nice, unique staff. Oh. Okay. In fact, let's just get 2 of those so that I have me and Seylis covered there. And a superior enchanter coat. Can you turn? Yes, you can. Very nice. We might as well. We have the money, at least right now we do. I have to admit, I don't like how that looks. But never mind. Okay. You know, I'm good with it. I'm good with what we've got so far. And we just need to get all of those put into our weapon when we get back to Haven. And we'll have a nice upgrade. Okay. So, let's have a look at this plaque. The First Lion of Orlais. In respect to Emperor Alphonse Valmont, the Lions of Orlais, a repeating element dedicated to the great defenders otherwise noted. It is rumoured that one is gold, one is bronze, and weighted with poison, one is chocolate, and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back, and learn which is most dangerous to try deny or lay. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give way. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium Abad. Okay. Lead and leaf. Gosh. More to read, okay. Grace of the Empire East. A plaque reads, welcome all before the grace of the Empire, stage and audience for the use of all, for theatre and business, for partnership and proposal. Be seen. A notice below reads, this display reserved for songs traditional by Lord Bramford and his players. Cancelled. Okay. And you? The Fourth Lion of Orlais, in respect to Duke Stephen of Valmontaigne. Okay. And Grace of the Empire South. A notice reads, reserved for his strangeness, Sir Sound, and his static puppets behind glass. Okay. And the Third Lion of Orlais, in respect to Duke Yvonne of Savren. Grace of the Empire West, a notice reads, this display reserved for presentations of affection as though private and also discounted spirits, presented by Company Misdirect Theatre. Okay. The Second Line of Orlais, in respect to Duke Isidore de Arlesons. Grace of the Empire North. A notice reads, this display reserved for discourse political, with attending professors of social matters from the University of Orlais. Note that all vendors of loftable groceries will be closed in the hour beforehand and for 1 half after. Okay. So they can't throw fruit or veg at them. Lovely. Lovely. Okay, can we actually interact with this notice board? No, we can't. Okay. And there's nothing hidden in this cubbyhole? No? Let's speak to the city guard then.
We're keeping order.
Okay, good for you. And the docks. And come on. Well, whatever that is, we can't see it, so aha, let's read this. La Masque de Lyon. We cheered when honoured was her might, but many more deserve a thought. For though she was the first a knight, Her kin and kind have always fought. From a plaque with the dedication Le Masque de Léon, sponsored by Princess Corinne's 1st Cavalry, for those who stood beside. Very cool.
Thank you.
Okay, and we have a soldier.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Yeah, that would be
How's it been?
a little bit odd. But sure, hanging around in here, looking kind of non-threatening, that's a good job. That is a very good job. Well done. Let's read this. The head of Madame Snappy Snips. Mascot of Le Masque de Léon, named in jest but genuinely respected. The Grand Marme, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir Koenig, the previous owner of the café. A spirited hunter, Koenig came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navarran dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. Koenig believed we had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir Koenig to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He was years overdue from his last hunt. And for the rest of us, travel wary. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capsule by Philium Abad. Okay, and yes, we are looking for something. Red handkerchief. Favours for friends. A different, simple script on the back of a stable report, marked with red paint. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Keris. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Good. So we have some intelligence in a handkerchief. Let's read this. Not of heroes, Maphrath and sacrifice. Andraste, our lady, the sword and the fire against Tevinter, betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Maphrath, now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won, and if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of Faith pierced the Imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against true Imperium, and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste the Inspiration may not have considered such, but Maphrath the General fought for homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Maphrath made the deal that killed Our Lady, that is fact. And when Andraste died, Maphrath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold this must have seemed. Let us look on Maphrath and the legacy he divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration, for he must have known that mere rivals had never stopped Tevinter. What if he set about creating peers, and none of this was accident? How then fared Isarath, Evrion, and Verold? Excerpted from a history not of heroes, readings in the ugly heart of change, collected by Philium Abad. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, we've got a few here who are either unconscious or drunk. Oh well. So, who are you? You're not Meriden. I think all bards look the same, don't they? Okay.
Watch your tongue.
Anything around here then? No? No ambient conversations? Ah, just you. The summer home of Messiah Glubs. A plaque reads, a seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Messiah Glubs remains unknown, save that he was a gift from a Vervaini ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish page. Ho ho ho! took the hand of a sluggish page. Wow. The entire hand.
Oh, yes.
That's worrying. How big was it? What was it? Ravine would be warmer waters, so... I mean, I doubt it's going to be a shark. Really? Okay. You want to stand there? That's up to you. Okay, let's read this. The Lover's Alcove. Every district has one, at least one. And the question must be, why is a place meant for dalliance declared in such an obvious way? And the answer, of course, is that obviousness is the entirety of the point. When manners and station will not allow impassioned words, such corners are placed to be seen, not being seen. Entering with a paramour is as much a declaration as singing out in joy, which one of good standing must never do. The alcove is thus a dignified means of announcing romantic affiliation, either for genuine partnership or to appear as such in order to spare a suitor a refusal. Dignity, of course, requiring that one does not also make use of the darkness for actual physical gratification. This has, of course, never occurred. From Our Orlesian Heart by formerly Sister Laudine. Yeah, it's not that dark. So, sure. You have your romance. Lovely. But keep your hands to yourselves.
Wonderful.
No one around here. Oh, okay, is this the alcove? I thought it was down there with the benches. But I suppose it could be anywhere. Is that the bodyguard turned around so that they don't actually watch anything? So, read this. Her Majesty's convenience, a plaque reads, for Her Majesty's convenience, wooden vines defy the very sun and rain. Okay. I mean, I doubt it's going to defy the rain. And it's barely blocking the sun, but sure. Not of heroes, the death of diversity. What could hold back an empire? Another. What could hold back so defined a people as Tevinter? Another. Let us consider if eldest Isarath was not meant to honour Mafrath, for the father's fate was already condemned by hidden betrayal. Let us consider that Isarath was told to turn from ties to Mefrath, to look forward, not back. What of his actions then? Isarath was granted a land of tribes, of scattered alliance. His answer was the grand unification which most condemn as arrogance. Sweeping changes in trade, relocations to break local allegiances, all to favour centralised trade and power. Cities were levelled to expand a new capital, a powerful and influential city of a new nation, Val Royeaux of Orlais. And all in the name of not lost Andraste, but of holding back looming Tevinter. Power was united, but cultures less so. Investing everyone in the new Orlais stratified the classes, and through it all spread a bitterness that Ferelden ruled. Isarath avoided the stain of his father, for he was seen as victim too, but he was still Alamari. What if, dear readers, the final unifying element came not from accident, or even the deliberate actions of Isarath, but from a common hatred, and not the common hatred of the day? The sons of Mafrath would succeed at creating a peer for Tevinter, but only at the cost of themselves. Excerpted from a history not of heroes, readings in the ugly heart of change collected by Philium Abad.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And Sister Antoinette.
What? Yes, I'm sorry. Minding the duties of the ailing mother, Havara. I am rather overwhelmed. Forgive me. I am unsure whether I meant to extend chantry services to you, and that troubles me greatly.
Really? Okay. Why would you extend chantry services to me? I don't want them. So don't worry about it. Okay, and there is a door here. Buy and sell, and a merchant. Okay. But nothing hidden? Nothing hidden. Okay. Let's speak with you anyway.
Inquisition, eh? I'll sell. But if the Chantry censures you, I'm not liable. No offense, but I have to live here, and Val Royeaux can be traditional.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So, schematics, okay. Yeah, the schematic shop. Let's get some of the cheaper things. Vanguard coat, legs and arms. Yeah, we'll just go for the legs and arms. I don't need the helmets as much right now. Okay. Well, thank you. That was very useful. Okay.
Thank you.
And I don't suppose there's anything around here. Nope, that's just the way we came. Okay then. Let's get up here. And that's blocked off. Okay. And that's blocked off. Okay, well, never mind then. Let's get back down. Alright then, so we still have some other red things to find. So we might as well grab those. Oh. Another tree to examine. La pomme vie est morte. Okay. The apples nearest the cafe are said to change their taste depending on whether one is walking toward or away from the gallows. And of course they do, for taste is subject to the whims of the heart, and no meal is favoured after tears. But dare it anyway, for none know the taste of joy, such as we, who do not shy from experience. Okay. And there's just nothing here, nothing of interest. Okay then. And we still have to go to the top level as well. But for right now, let's see what you have. Barnabas. Oh, that was the shop. I tried to get to the person.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So. He has belts and stuff. No, we don't need any of that. We don't need any of that. Okay, and let's get past you. Down here. Okay, examine this. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for propriety and the general dressing of the bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against Mage, not just the loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three, as the sky is wounded for all to see. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notation, I must ask that the writs of losses and missing remain. That the citizens, however indirectly, be allowed to post their griefs of known dead and the names of hopefully living, and with them, their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For while I have no doubt that we, as Elysians, will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release, there must be grief, there must be mourning. If not, if we do not allow this simple expression, we risk a greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this day, at this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Written by Captain Albion, Orlesian Guard, Summer Bazaar. Okay, so these are missing persons things. Okay. Well, that's terrible. But yeah, a lot of people died. A lot of people died at the Conclave. And with the rifts opening everywhere. Demons have been attacking common people. Oh, let's examine the fish. Reservoir stocking evaluation. Tremors, floating, taste is off, water birds die off. Restocking failed, fish not fit, do not consume. And another red handkerchief. Favours for friends. A red handkerchief folded around a key with a small, hasty scrawl. Key lifted from drunk swearing about Herald. Don't know what door. I'm out. My debt is paid. Okay. And there's something to read just over there. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. Okay. A waterlogged quarterly missive, a suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager welcomes the blooms of spring with the collected Calipigian choruses. Okay. Being a scandalous representation of Her Majesty's favoured, caught in flagrante delectable. Can their uniforms and modesty withstand the assault? The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, hardly a Tethras, but generously arousing if polished cuirass does it for you. And it should. 3 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. RD. Hardly a Tethras. Okay, so his romance serial is a bit more popular than he thought. Really? Really? If other romances are being compared and found wanting, you know. Okay. Miroir de la Mer, Reville's Folly. Miroir de la Mer was cut from Val Royeaux in 849 Blessed. It was the will of the mad Emperor Reville, who demanded a reflecting pool large enough to draw his vain deceased mother back across the Vale. Many shops and vendors were evicted to make room for his folly, and several memorials to the heroes of the first 4 blights were simply toppled. The reservoir supports little in the way of life, as the bottom was lined with lead to increase its reflective properties. Reville intended it for divination, using boats as massive planchettes, but work was not finished until the week of his own death. The waters see little use today, save for lazy or fornication sojourns of the nobility aboard decorative gondolas. Excerpted and torn from a disposable walking tour of the capital by Philium Abad. Lead-lined. Unbelievable. Okay. But I'm sure it is a nice place to come when it's warm. Not that you'd want to put your feet in there, you absolutely would not. Not if it's lead-lined. Oh, well, lead-bottomed or something. Anyway. That's terrible. Okay. Where was the last handkerchief supposed to be? It can't be this. No. Inquisitor's Path? No. Inner Circle. Friend of Red Jenny. There we go. Search the upper market. So I need to go back to the upper market. I must have... No, it's that. It's this. It's the upper level. Okay. Can we not... Nope, not that one. Well, I know this one will. Yeah, it will. Okay, go. Well, travel then. Gosh, the fact it doesn't take you immediately to this higher level is just ridiculous. Okay. Red handkerchief. Favours for friends. A scrap of parchment is hastily torn from an ornate document, stuffed into its hiding space with a large red sock. And we are to obey well. We meet at 3 bells to discuss how best to serve the new way. Scrawled below in a misspelled script, herald go at time, praise and dressed. Taken together, the messages reveal a time, path, and key to the location on a world map. Okay. Well done, Sarah. I'm sure that will be useful, hopefully. Let's examine this. A season of the 4 afoul. At this window the thief Treadwell did witness the attempted assault of Lady Castine. He surrendered his chance for escape to catch and hold her assailant, a bard of Lord Halvine. Hero, thief, foiled bard, and conspiring noble were all censured as per their station and relevant action. Lashings and labour disappeared and ostracised for the social season, respectively. The scandal played out far longer in the theatrically serialized adaptation, which reimagined the three as siblings separated at birth, competing for Lady Castine's hand. At her orchestration, the conclusion was relatively accurate to the original event, save the punishment of the thief and noble being swapped to comic effect. Generally good reviews received, though some thought the height of the lady's hair to be unrealistic. Excerpted and torn from A Disposable Walking Tour of the Capital by Philium Abad. Sure, why not? Why not? And we can't get into any of these shops. No, but there is something to read. Not of heroes, division and distance. For a supposed creature of jealousy and greed, Mafrath is less so indeed, for while his word brought low the bride of the Maker, his prize was quickly divided and distanced. Let us consider the lesser of the sons in this matter. Of Elvhen we know little. The middle boy, he was tasked with ruling the lands to be the marchers. No claim by the father was made, no in my name to humble, and that freedom is shown in the result, as Elvhen himself was the least concerned with power. He among all led by example, not demand, and spoke only of sacrifice. When betrayal was revealed, Elvhen acts as a man broken, dispersing his holdings to the various tribes. It was a penance that spared him his family, but also dispersed influence. To this day the free marchers are scattered. Of Verald more is known, for his actions bring him to the start of our nation, but his folly begins in Navarra, where we must ask, was this the will of a betrayer father or a mistake of youth? Mefrath gave rule to the youngest, Verald, and never claimed Navarra. Never did he sit on the throne, and he is thought to have rarely visited, but his name is hated there most of all, for it was bartered for legacy by the son. Unlike Elvhen, Verald spoke not as example, but to claim. Never his name was mentioned without that of his mother and father. His claims were bold, their actions were his, and their thoughts all shared. But from the father on his throne in Ferelden, no word is recorded, and we wonder, was it deliberate? For when the betrayal was revealed, all with ties to Mafrath were vilified, and so strong were the ties that Verald had drawn that his court was killed to a man and he was forced to flee. Had he kept silent, as seems the will of the knowing father, and had he girded as the father had guided the elder, Isarath, then Verald might have remained to rule. But that would require that the betrayer not be as he is drawn, and it would have kept Verald in Navarra, and it would have kept Verald from Orlais, and it would have prevented the further betrayal that truly birthed Orlais. Excerpted from A History Not of Heroes, readings in the Ugly Heart of Change collected by Philium Abad. Okay. And no, we can't get any further around here. Certainly can't jump and climb. That would be really cool if we could, but never mind. Okay. And that's the lead-lined pool down there. Okay. So we need to get down there then. Yes. Okay, and read this. The Randy Dowager Quarterly. An unread quarterly missive of suspect virtue. The Randy Dowager ignites winter passions with the collected Conscripted by Love, being a tale of heroes come legends, the Grey Wardens, and their shining duty to claim those of promise who most suit their joining. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, always a classic when wardens come calling, or, dare one suggest, the reverse. 4 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. R.D. Okay. And then we've got to get to the other side. So. Would I survive jumping? Let's find out. Yes, I would. Okay. And you see that? No travel time. No travel time. So, fast travel up here. Alright. So, let's come down this side first. Don't suppose we can talk to you? No. Okay. Anything hidden in the bushes? Not really. Can't get in there. Okay. Still no way in. I suppose we can't speak to you. No. I mean, this is one huge pool. How vain was his mother exactly? Because this is ridiculous. That's a lot of space to waste. There were monuments here. Honestly. Okay. Nothing from either of you. And nothing from these. Gosh. That's some instruments there, just carelessly in a stack on the ground. Ah, there we go, there is something to read here. Longing in the upper court. A torn page from an unsigned diary. My weakness bids me not by chance to gaze upon the upper court, where shadows of our final dance and wishes of my heart consort. Cute. Okay. And no, nothing else. So, that will be taking us back down, I'll assume. So let's forget about that. Come on, move. In fact, that is somewhere that I was. That is where I was, isn't it? That is where I was. Could I have gone even further up then? Just from there? Never mind. Ah, we do actually have a store. Okay. Daraboam.
Is this a shop?
I maintain a premises wherein customers of a certain affluence entertain the purchase of my ware. So yes, a shop.
Okay, so what are you selling?
Fine, just get to what you sell.
I do not sell anything. I have one item available for purchase. It is far too expensive for it merely to be sold. You may gaze upon it and dream of the wealth required to possess it, as have lords and kings. And then you may leave and purchase things from shops more aligned with your station.
Is the item worth the money? How do you stay in business? But what is it? Or anyone can charge too much. How are you staying in business if you don't sell anything?
How do you keep the doors open on a shop with one item?
My shop is a destination. Luminaries of every description journey here to see what is denied to them. Some pay tribute, in the vain hope I will barter. They do not have the will to pay the price. They require a bargain to justify the spend, to ease their conscience. That would defeat the entirety of the purpose.
Okay, but what is it?
I can't see it. Tell me what it is.
If you have to ask, you are not the one to buy it.
I need to know if I can use it.
And again, the point is missed. If mere use is your concern, you should go elsewhere. The person who claims this will not be known for using it. They will be known because they paid for it.
Okay. Is this even worth the money?
So you sell one very expensive item, and it's worth it?
Let me now interrupt the inevitable defense of your thrift. I'm sure you have treasures, and you will have many more. You could parade them from here to Halam Shiral, but none of that would allow you to say you have purchased this. The item is irrelevant. The price is worth it.
Well, anyone can charge too much for an item.
I don't see why this is special. Anyone can overprice something.
To overprice an item, the item must have a known value already. It is then priced over what it is worth. This has only the value I have set. It has never had another. It is not overpriced. It is priced.
Right, okay.
Well, goodbye then.
Mind the flooring. It is not used to feet that have been subjected to soil.
Okay. The folly of General Not Sheraton. 3. But during times of crisis, there can emerge abilities we do not know we possess. The servant under the greatest duress stood as Not Sheraton. She stood and she spoke. She stood and she led. She stood and she attacked. And under banners they knew and a voice they did not, the forces of Orlais brought low their enemy. Now perhaps the servant was more lieutenant than page to her battle-hardened lord, and perhaps the strength of the foes stressed too much in retellings, and perhaps the allied were well practiced in their roles. But none questioned that Not Sheraton was at the least adequate and at the most inspirational. Okay. Sweet. And is this then? 10,000 gold. That's what it is. Okay. Oh, this is the golden nug, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Okay. Well, it'll be a while. It'll be a while before I can get that. Okay. Let's get out of here. And I guess we're looking for even more notes and things.
Wonderful.
Okay, well it would have been nice if there was a bit more to Val Royeaux than just lots and lots of notices and pages and books and stuff. It would have been very nice. This almost feels like this entire area is an afterthought. Especially since you can't go in most of the buildings, in most of the doors. So silly. Okay. The Randy Dowager Quarterly, an extra-thick annual edition of the Suspect Quarterly. The Randy Dowager welcomes the new year by scandalizing the old with the collected romantic epic The Horned Ones, being a tale of conquest both of nation and of heart. Demands are satisfied as bronze giants share their explosive passions. The Randy Dowager, exhibitions for the noble of thought but spry of step. The lady herself says, only for those of particular taste. Delicate buds should remain in the garden while the bulldovers flower. 5 scarves fluttered in shock out of 5. R.D. Well, I guess the Randy Dowager has a kunari fetish. Either that or the author really put in a lot of descriptions and effort. Which the others just don't. Maybe. I can't get through there. Okay. That's a shame.
Thank the maker.
And that is not somewhere we can go in. Okay. Well, we might as well get down then. Where even are we? Okay. So, that part we can't get to. Okay. Cannot get to that part. Well, good. So, do we don't need to go to the bottom layer at all. No, we could just go to the world map now. And probably either go to the Gislin Estate or the secluded courtyard. Let's go to the courtyard first. We might as well. Now, the location near Val Royeaux was revealed by the clues left by these Friends of Red Jenny. Use the world map to travel to the meeting point. Well then, let's go and meet Sarah. Alright, just some random back alley. Let's get some lightning in here. More lightning, I think? Okay. Yes, there is a person up there. Alright. I'm hoping nobody will look down. Since that window is even open. No one's gonna come running. Ring velvet. Okay. Very nice. So. Nothing else here though. No. And nothing here that we can get to. Can't even get in that door. That's a shame. Okay. So, we don't technically need to jump up all of those boxes. We have stairs. Why not? Just use the stairs. Alright then. And yeah, we can't get up there. They've left it really, really low. Yeah. We just can't make it up. Makes sense. This is not why we're here. It would have been fun to just peek in through the window. Okay. Yeah, we just have that one way to go. I am curious though. No, we can't get any higher. Just too low. Okay. Well, let's continue on then.
Elvhen, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't know who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
Sure they will.
Just say what?
What is that?
Ugh. Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve.
Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're... And you're an elf. Well, hope you're not too elfy. I mean, it's all good, isn't it? The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
I am, yes. You're also an elf, you know. I needed to question him. That would have been interesting to get. Who are you? Oh, kind of difficult. I kind of want to know what he was even doing here. But I want to know who she is as well. You're the herald thingy. People call me that, but that's not who I am. But who are you? Yeah.
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you, and what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No.
Really?
People. Name's Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
Okay.
Why didn't you take their weapons?
Because no breaches.
Okay. Yep, Sarah's kind of crazy. But at least they came and did their job anyway. You can say that about them at least.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So, Herald of Andraste. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
Yeah, no, did you set me up?
All I know about you or your group is that I followed a random trail into a trap.
What trap? You knocked, he crapped. Look, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me. Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's just a name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here, in your face, I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
Right, okay. So, yeah, you're offering spies then?
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you. Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up?
Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
Okay. I'm happy for her to join, yeah. Sounds petty and criminal. Well, no, because the people they're fighting against are human nobles most often. So why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere and now you glow. Andraste's herald. True or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Okay, she wants to be involved. That's a good thing. So, who exactly are her people?
So who are your friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it. Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
No, I'm not saying that free help isn't good. I'm just trying to narrow down what exactly I'm getting into here. But yeah, the Friends of Red Jenny is a very easy concept to understand. So yeah, I'm happy to have them in the Inquisition because, let's face it, they're already there.
Alright, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something. Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, she said see you there, so we're not going to have Sarah with us. We're going to stick with the companions that we left with. Yeah. Okay. So we have a face. I've got too many breeches. We have a face for the Friends of Red Jenny now. Belt of fire resistance as well, that's cool. Alright, I do like Sarah. Well, I like her to a point. I don't like how she's very against elves. It's very weird. But understandable, I guess, from someone who grew up in a human place. 2 Drakestone. No one wants to be the one that's being punched down on. 3 Spindleweed. But that just means that she's now punching down at the elves as well. With her own attitude. That's not nice. 85 gold. Now, she wants to be human. That seems to be how it is. She'd rather, or she would prefer to have been human. Okay, and nothing else down here. None of those had remains. Nope, okay. Well then, I'll end it here, and next episode we will go off to Vivienne's salon. And that'll be 2 people we'll have recruited for the Inquisition. Technically 3 because of that merchant woman. So quite good for a small outing. Where we actually thought I might be arrested or just, you know, executed or something. I'd have to throw Cassandra at them and run away. So yeah, a favourable outcome all around. So I will leave it here. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. I upload 5 videos a week, so hit the bell for notifications. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.